Hey everybody, Steven here, playing Subnautica Below Zero, and today just checking out the latest updates. With this, there's actually some really cool ones, specifically the one I'm going to start with, which is the staircase, actually, that you use once you're on land building a base. I do want to point out, if I sound a little bit different, this is a new mic that I'm testing out. This is the Mayano, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, AU903. So the company actually reached out to me and sent me this mic to test and do an unboxing and review for, which I'm still working on, but I did want to actually record some videos with this. So this isn't the Blue Yeti, this is the Mayano. Like I said, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. But with this, let's go ahead and get into it. So let's set up the multi-purpose room here. After that, we'll get the compartment going. So once you build the hatch, you can see the stairs are right here. Now, I do want to point out, I mean, this is still going to have some bugs going on with it. Let's kind of build that a little high. So we can get a longer staircase here. There it is. Once we do that, though, if they're close, I've noticed that they'll disappear. Kind of seems hit or miss with when that happens, meaning that first staircase would actually disappear. We may find, let's see here if it'll do it right now. Like that won't work. Let's go to the other end here. It looks really good though. I just like the fact that they're actually implementing this. There we go, now it disappeared. So it just seems like when there's two on one area, it just won't work. It also won't work when it's off to the side here. Right? Oh, now it disappeared. But you wouldn't have a staircase coming from this. So it's being implemented. It's just we have some bugs with it right now. So the fact that they have it at all, though, I'm really digging that. I like that. So that's the first thing with this. The next thing, let's go into free camp here. So they mentioned new cracked material for cliffs. I'm gonna need your guys' help with this because it seems like, I don't know if it's in my head, but it seems like this is what they're talking about. Where the cliffs themselves, they're not just flat anymore. We're seeing these cracks right here. That's what I'm presuming is what they're talking about. I'm not 100% sure on that. That's why I need your guys' help. So let me know in the comment section with that. If I zoom all the way over here to the cliffs in front of the glacial connection here, it just seems like this, like I said, is what they're talking about. That being a crack potentially too, which makes it look more realistic versus just the flat look that they had before. But part of me is second guessing whether or not this has been here and it's now just in my head. So we do have that, hopefully. Like I said, hopefully you guys can confirm for me on that one. After that, let's go over to Marg's greenhouse. There's some new updates that haven't hit for this build yet, so I'll hopefully get to cover those tomorrow. Same thing with the textures, by the way. Maybe this right here also underneath the kind of iceberg bridge. But for Marg's base, I'm going to ghost in here. Let's go story Marg 3. We have the new music, which is just a little 30-second clip from Ben. That has been implemented with this. It should click in. And then inside of the base, they've done some updates that aren't in this build, but hopefully I get to cover those tomorrow. Let's see if that music... There it is. I'll just let that roll out. And here I notice, same thing, you guys can confirm for me or not, it seems like they really improved the textures. That's probably not going to come across as well with my recording and uploading to YouTube. But like, and the animations too. I mean, Marg's animations look better. And then the Snowstalker, here in a minute I'll show something new that they've added. But yeah, everything just looks cleaned up. And like I said, the textures to me, specifically like the anti-aliasing, like she just looks smoother. There's really no jagged edges. There you go. Now once this part is done, and then this may have been in for a minute, I just didn't notice, but the breathing animation of the Snowstalker here, and it looks really good. So the expansion of the ribs and the raising up of the scapula, the shoulder blade. But this is also where I notice just something about the textures look better to me. So we do have that as well. And I like the little touches that we're getting. All the polish that they're putting into the game right now is amazing. So we have that. After that, we are going to go down to the Shadow Leviathan. They've done some tweaks to FreeCam, or the FreeCam, or the ghosting console command. I know they've changed something with the height and stuff like that. I haven't really messed with it just yet. But let's go down here. Get this to kind of pop in. There we go. All right. All right, so hopefully this works. All right, so the Shadow Leviathan, I did a video covering getting the sea truck down here, and I just pointed out like the Shadow Leviathan was kind of like spinning in circles. They've updated it so it actually has a patrolling kind of like waypoint system for it. So right now you'll actually see it go around this entrance, and animations still need to be cleaned up, but it'll patrol around this versus just sitting. It kind of would just sit right about here and then just spin in a circle. And actually, it's going further out than I thought it would. I just kind of saw it go around and thought that was it. It's actually going way further. It's patrolling around the whole area. That's really cool. So one of the things I noticed just in this area, so we have all these little areas that you can explore and kind of tunnel systems, but I was like, why even have them if the Shadow Leviathan is just sticking right here? But now it's moving out much further. So let's check on this other one. See if this does anything. No, that one kind of... Maybe. Same thing, it would just kind of sit in one area and spin, but it still kind of seems like it's doing that. Let's go down to the Fabricator Caverns and check out that, see if that's been updated. It wasn't specific when it said the Shadow Leviathan patrolling. That was just the one that came to my mind first because it was the one that was just more apparent with the spinning. I'm hoping we get more of a glow out of the crystals too, both in the crystal caves and the Fabricator Caverns over time. Maybe. It kind of seems like it's doing the same thing. Let's go daytime. It's starting to get dark down here. There we go. And it may be actually a little bit expanded. Yeah, I don't remember it going this far back. I think it has been updated. Yeah. It has a little bit. Alright, so we have that. Don't think they've added anything here yet. Nope. Still blocked off. And then we're going to finish this with one last thing. We're going to go over to the Glacial Bridge, because they've updated the textures, or the model for the hydraulic fluid. And slow it down. And there it is. So that is newly updated. Looks way better. It doesn't look like that if you spawn it, though. So, I'll ghost in. Oops. So, if we have the hydraulic fluid here, it's just going to be a black box. Put it in. Ooh, a little bit of smoke right there. I think that's been in game, though. That animation is slower. Is that music new, too? It may be in my head. I've been doing this long enough. At this point, I start second-guessing everything. My trap. With whether or not it's been in game. Just because sometimes it has been in game for a minute. It's just, and I've already covered it. It's just I can't remember. Because they update this game very regularly, and then I try to cover that. So, but that's the list. Hopefully I covered everything with this. Other things, bug fixes, things like that have been implemented as well. But let's bring the weather back on. There we go. So that is going to be it for this video, everybody. If you like the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all my content, hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.